Are we live now?
We are coming at you live, everybody. Welcome to the show.
There it is.
Absolutely. The show is now in session. We are, in session. It is June 25th, 2025. I have to shout out my parents. Oh my gosh, my parents, it would have been their 53rd, what is their 53rd anniversary. God rest his soul. Dad,
Today?
Mom, yep, absolutely.
Nice.
53 years,
Wow,
absolutely. Awesome. And so as we've been celebrating the month of June, certainly I've been highly anticipating this day, the 25th, to celebrate my late father and my mother, who is doing well, Ophelia Williams, on their anniversary. But also yesterday, on the 24th, we had another celebration that we weren't quite able to be in person together with this individual who definitely deserves nothing less than a grand time. Just a lot of love and care, affection, brotherhood just bestowed on him. And it is M-Dog standing right here. Happy birthday to you, sir. For sure, yesterday was his day. Indeed. And it was the hottest day of the year.
Yeah, look at that.
On your birthday. And so we are going to start off a little cool tonight and definitely turn up the heat as we go along. For sure. Yeah, was that all right? It was all right.
No, I like it.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. So it's Matt's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Matt. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I think this is like the third or fourth birthday I've celebrated with you, and we've celebrated with you.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. Indeed.
Three.
Right, absolutely.
That's probably four.
He was like a young 21-year-old the first celebration. It seems, I think.
Man, 30 it's not far off.
Man, 30 getting not far off. Right. Absolutely.
That's what I was about to say.
It's a beautiful thing. So, so everybody, thank you so much for joining in. Shout out to Ellie. She has. Come on now. Absolutely. Yeah, and Ellie Bell has you.
She's gonna be in the comments.
Indeed.
And you know how we do it. When the birthdays come around, we pull out all the stops. We bring out these phenomenal bottles and we show off a little bit.
No doubt, we got some nice variety. But what's cool is it's all fresh cracks. Or I don't know, is that a fresh crack?
All fresh cracks.
All fresh cracks.
Wow. All fresh cracks on the table, folks.
On the table.
Indeed.
Who knows where the night will lead.
And because it's Matt's day, there are some bottles that are sitting just off the table that look very interesting. So we may get into a couple more than what you see here on the tasting table tonight.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You all have already done a little water rinse and cooled your glasses down a little bit.
All right, why not?
So you're doing all the fresh cracks tonight.
So, yeah,
folks.
Suntory Whisky Hibiki to start off the night.
Wow.
This is, I haven't had Hibiki in a hot minute. 86 proof. Nice, real easy way to start off.
The Ozo. Yeah. Not an 80. I ain't 86 proof drinker no more.
It there, folks.
Right there. Oh, yeah. Hibiki bottle has to be like top tier for just design, especially the cork too.
Yes, indeed. I have to agree with you on that.
But I don't love pouring it necessarily.
Okay.
And drinking my favorite. Oh, yeah, I got Tim in here. I know Tim loves some Hibiki whiskey. Making jokes about my injuries today. I appreciate you too. I was texting him in the emergency room today.
Yeah. Matt tried to kill himself today.
Wow. I didn't hear about this.
Yeah.
Great
So
day.
maybe I will hear a little bit more
Yeah.
of like what you all are talking about. I have no
Poured
clue.
up.
Yeah. So
Some Hibiki. Go ahead, Burnie. What you got? You got history lesson.
Oh no, not really.
Oh! Everybody immediately.
Come on,
bold move.
Not really.
Cheers, fellas. And
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy
to you,
birthday,
brother.
lady.
Indeed.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Come on now. So yeah, we're starting it off with a little Japanese whiskey, folks, and Hibiki is one of those productions that are super popular, but had been quite hard to find within the Suntory lineup.
Yeah.
You would see bottles here and there of the Yamazaki. Of course, because of its price point, they may hang out on the shelf just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You would see the Toki, which was always the great value. But for a good little while there, that Hibiki, 12 years started with, folks, and then they moved it to the Hibiki Japanese Harmony label. And it's really nice to see this again and to have it back at chats because it's been a while.
That's what I was about to say. It's been a hot minute. And we've had people asking about it. That's for sure.
You said it was 12 years, so is it still 12 years?
Nope. It's a blend now, right? Something that's a little bit younger, but it does fit a particular style within their lineup. As I look at the bottle, one thing I will say, it's much lighter.
Oh yeah,
I mean it is, right? Yeah,
it's crazy.
I was thinking that. Like,
It is, but I mean, on a hot summer day, this is probably like one of the best pours to have.
Correct.
Or just
a Suntory highball.
A Suntory highball, or I mean, for people who aren't cash strength whiskey people, a great option as well.
Those people,
Zoe back in the day, just like 6 months ago, I mean, he out here acting offended that it's 86 proof when a year ago we probably would have said it drank hot. So,
wow. Absolutely. So yeah, this was something that has been around for quite a little while. Of course, Suntory, I think, started in the early 1900s.
1923.
1923, right? Right?
Think, yeah, right there. Look at that.
1923. I think they maybe started with a sake or what have you, and then moved into whiskey. But it was actually, I forget his name, Takusuru.
Yes. You had
our
someone.
buddy Tony always says it so amazingly well.
Something like that.
But the
fluently.
The distiller and founder of Nika whiskey brought distilling knowledge to Japan and worked for Suntory. And with him at the helm and the Suntory brand, they created the first Japanese whiskey style, right? Yeah. The Japanese single malt whiskey. So fast forward, the Hakusuru was produced to commemorate Suntory's 90th anniversary, and they launched it back in 1989 because they're saying that the Suntory house was established in 1899. So good stuff. And then the Harmony itself, the Harmony version of Hibiki was introduced in 2015. I remember getting the 12-year-old, prior to that, probably as early as maybe 2009 or something like that, So yeah, shout out to Suntory.
I don't know if it's still being produced, but you can find, it's like a 17-year Hibiki or something. I don't know if that's still being produced. You'll see one once a blue moon.
Right. Now, when you go to Suntory's website, you see so many brands, so many expressions per brand that you won't find in the U.S. market very easily, at least, right? Yeah. So very soft, very, very soft aromatically, right? A hint of
honey.
Yeah, a hint of honey-like sweetness.
We always say honeysuckle, but I think this might be the honeysuckle.
This honeysuckle? Yeah.
The honeysuckle.
Like, we say that a lot, but this right here is like spring day after the rain, and you pick one. Like, this is it.
Okay. I can get down with it. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's great. Yeah, real delicate.
Mm-hmm. So many times if you see a Japanese whiskey, then it's going to be usually a blend that incorporates both barley, many times corn, and rye. right? Here and there, wheat would be used. So it's similar mash bill that you will, as far as the grains that you'll see in American bourbon, that you'll usually see in even Irish whiskey, right? But of course, maybe it's this one may lean a little bit more on the malted barley side of things.
Yeah.
But there's some sweet corn note that is there as well.
There.
And I don't know if they have a secondary, a third grain or fourth grain to this, but many times you will find that the grains are similar.
Yeah.
And known.
I'm getting like some white tea on the nose.
Yeah,
some
right.
Jasmine.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm definitely getting the tea.
Do they
Rice? I don't think they use rice for their whiskeys. Not this particular.
Not this one.
Yeah.
But
there are some rice whiskeys out there, but under this brand, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I wasn't sure. Couldn't remember if I had it right or wrong. So I'll throw it out there.
I wouldn't say it's impossible for them
Sure.
to, right? But I think that they are kind of maybe going after a bit more of a global grain
I
bill.
remember doing a bud and bean combo at the bar because we both used rice or something. No, it was like a special at the bar. I'm wondering if they do use rice.
I don't know. But I know some brands.
There was a
but
reason
I know
why.
it's not
There was a reason why they linked them at the bar a certain way.
Gotcha. Could be the names go well together also. But no, this is super fun. I haven't had Hibiki
in a while.
in at least 2 years.
You know what? It's gonna make me go home and look for the rest of the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I think mine had like more flowers on the bottle or something. Maybe it was a limited.
It was a
that.
limited edition, probably a cherry blossom.
Cherry
Harmony,
blossom.
yeah. Which that was the only Hibiki I've ever owned.
Yeah.
Yeah, super beautiful bottle though. I mean, this one though also.
Well, I would certainly say that this is a much lighter profile. I haven't had Hibiki in a while.
It's
Hibiki
refreshing.
Harmony in a while. It's much more refreshing, much more high tone flavors. The honey is there.
Candy sweetness, just something sweet. There.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
sweet note is there. Some of the citrus is there. There's a hint of the herbaceousness.
Yeah.
That you mentioned, the tea-like note. But then the spirit is there as well, just to kind of maybe keep it.
Some background like single malt,
Keep it
peatness,
base.
something going on in the back on the finish.
Yeah, a little bit of smokiness back there, a little malty, smoky, barley.
It does have a nice to be as low proof, like a nice viscosity, but I feel like that comes a lot of times to me with barley.
Yeah.
It adds a nice viscosity and mouthfeel, and so I can also see that as well. But yeah, no, I like it. I mean, we got someone saying needing to add a Japanese whiskey to their bar. This is a staple and an icon.
Definitely, and it's not really high priced.
No, I mean, I think it's a fair price point. I mean, it competes with the other. I mean, I'd say there's this and like Nika Straight from the Barrel are two of personal favorites for Japanese whiskey and also kind of icons if you want to have like 2 cent on your bar. And yeah,
True.
and I mean, throw Yamazaki 12 in, but I don't know that any of that's available.
I
at
seen a
Chat's
lady walk in
currently,
the
so-
store today and grabbed three straight from the barrels. She's like, my husband just loves this. She bought
Okay.
3.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I almost bought a bottle yesterday on my birthday. Almost
Indeed.
bought one.
Indeed.
But yeah, it's great. All right,
right.
Bernie, you starting off the rating?
Sure I can. Sure I
Or
can.
you got something else you want to say about it? My bad.
No. I can start
I think
off with
I'll start off this side because I look down the table. I think y'all should start on the third bottle.
Okay, great. That's good.
Okay, so
I gotta have strategy with y'all. Y'all
Okay.
like to throw me under the bus.
So
Yeah,
rude.
y'all do. I'm sorry, but
I've never done that.
yeah, I think this sits cleanly delicious at 7.25. Clean and delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyday sipping, cocktail making, light refreshing. 7.25.
all right,
I like
okay,
that 725. Maybe I'm being a little generous, but I'd even bump it. I'd go 7.5 on it.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I mean, a lot more than I remembered liking Hibiki. And maybe it's just the weather, timing of things like that. But yeah, I like
It's
it
like
at
drinking it
7.5.
like I never had it before. It's been so long. It's like just
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
All right, finish it out, Brian.
Well, we're gonna finish it out over here with me, and I don't know. I was drinking some 16-year-old rum tonight,
Oh, yeah.
10-year-old rum, some 8-year-old rum. Shout out to Shiwatan, rum from El Salvador. But yeah, this is not drinking with as much viscosity and as deep as I remembered it, and so that's kind of what my impression was. I think it's a wonderful way to start out the tasting tonight. But I think my score is going to be the lowest of the three of us. I'm going with a 7, folks.
Back to his old ways.
Yeah, I'm going with a 7 on this one. Was I a little disappointed? Yeah, maybe a little bit. It needs to open up just a smidge, maybe. And we'll see what we have, right? I just remember Harmony all the way back to when there was a 12-year-old version, and then or Hibiki when it was there was a 12-year version, and then the Japanese Harmony when it was released. It wasn't too far off, and I really did respect it. And I used to tell people, hey, don't be upset that it doesn't have the 12-year badge on it anymore, because it's still, I think, a solid whiskey, although it's a blend of a wider range, a lower minimum whiskey inside the bottle. Here, I think they went even lower than what my expectation was. It kind of gives me a little bit of Toki Senior vibes right now, and I'm a fan of Toki as well, right? I think Toki is just such an even, balanced expression of whiskey. This one, I get a little bit more volatility of the alcohol.
Sure.
Right now, at least. So maybe it just needs to open up a little bit. But Hibiki Japanese Harmony Whiskey by Suntory, 86 proof. Zoe gives it a 7.25, Matt a 7.5, the highest rating, because I give it a 7 out of 10, folks. Great way to start the show, though. A nice aperitif, a nice way to walk in to the tasting.
Wow.
At 86 proof, because everything from here on out is 115 plus. Wow. So good stuff.
100.
That's what we came here for, folks.
Good stuff. Indeed it is. Wow. Once again, to Matt, happy birthday, dude.
Yes, sir.
So happy to finally be enjoying some whiskey with you. So sorry that we didn't get together yesterday.
No,
but there you go.
It was too hot yesterday. I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, I've been in out all week,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was having to cut off and put a new tongue on our trailer in the parking lot.
Wow.
Welding laying on asphalt. It was warm. Warm. But we're here now.
Yeah.
We are.
On to the
And
next
then
one.
today I had to get a drill bit pulled out of my arm. So
Yeah.
on to the next bottle.
Bionic Mac.
We have the
He just said he had to get a drill bit pulled out of his arm.
Yeah.
It's sometimes
Those things happen.
these things happen. And we're here now. And so
You're not on any pain medications at this time or anything?
we
keep you
we
from
drinking whiskey.
drinking?
That's what
Whiskey.
we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the pain medication.
Whiskey heals all, folks. You hear me?
All right.
That's the pain medication.
All right. As soon as Matt gets the
He's
sticker
a real
off the
cowboy,
I don't know why
folks.
we
He is
gotta-
a real
I
cowboy.
don't know why we got a sticker on here.
No,
Now,
I didn't do such a proper job.
it's all right. We'll forgive you this one
I
time.
appreciate it.
The representative. What better bottle to have when you're in DC? It says the DC collection on it.
Yeah,
I've never noticed
I've
that.
never had this bottle.
The DC collection.
That's
I've
for
never had
sure.
this bottle.
Right.
That's
Now,
for sure.
is this about to be though like these?
Nah, that's all you, sir. Yes, indeed. I've never had this bottle. I know nothing about this production. I can't wait to learn. I guess you need to start with a box cutter to get that on there.
I don't even know. I can tell you where they learned to wax their bottles
Yeah, I
from.
can tell you that too.
Have you opened one of these before, Bernie?
I don't think so. I don't think I have.
Come on, Matt. What are you doing?
Go ahead.
Here, let's see.
Go ahead.
I got you. All eyes on me.
Yeah. Oh,
All right,
no,
well,
no.
why they're struggling with that bottle, folks? I refuse to struggle with that bottle.
I know. I'm telling you.
I
this
watch, but
Yeah, this
is
one is.
crazy.
This
Yeah.
one is for real.
This will be a 10-minute show, right?
Oh yeah, it's all right. We got it.
Yeah, we started.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay. He's on getting wild in the comments
Here we
already.
go.
It's a little too early for that.
Where did that even come from?
I have no clue. Let us get a few more drinks in us
Comes
first.
in hot.
Wow. Hold on, let me see.
What is that?
Where's a wine key?
Huh.
Yeah, there you go. Appreciate it.
Someone
So,
get him a chainsaw. I don't know.
yeah, right. So,
What is he talking about?
so forget even attempting
All right,
to
folks. Representative Burnie,
pull
maybe
that
you could tell us
tab.
a little bit about it while you do it.
Ellie said very convenient that we made us small while we're struggling with it.
Yeah, absolutely. For
Strategy,
sure.
Ali, strategy.
Indeed.
It ain't our first
Yeah,
rodeo.
Burnie probably should have.
I know you're.
Let me run some hot. Let me run some hot water on that bottle.
No, he's got it now. Oh, there. Almost.
Wow, folks. Here we go. So when it comes to Christmas and putting kids' toys together, do not ask these things right here at all. The bike's gonna go backwards.
Wow.
The radio's gonna play one station, folks. I'm just saying.
The radio.
Just-
They won't stay.
No, better yet, I'm telling you, I hate to break to you, if you're getting your kid a radio for Christmas in 2025, you probably got bigger issues. Respectfully.
You know, it could be like, new DJ equipment,
You're right.
radio type thing. You know?
Oh, okay, there you go. It's,
You
your
know?
kid's a DJ?
Yeah, you gotta start
Oh.
them early.
Okay.
Crafts,
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
This.
Okay, folks, let's see if that did it. Ah, yes, it did.
Oh, there it goes.
Here we go, folks.
There
That
we go.
is.
Gotta,
Did you break a
And-
sweat on that?
yeah,
that-
yeah.
and that-
It's hot. It's hot outside.
And that is why Burnie is in the gym 3 to 4 days a
break
week.
a sweat doing much less these days.
And we just,
I tell you.
yeah, this is gonna be one of those shows. I can
All
see that
right.
now.
Hey, folks, it's Matt's birthday. Shout out to Matt, everybody.
Shout out to this
Back
bottle.
from intermission is Burnie.
Yeah. Come on. Man.
All right. Well, you all see it there. It is the representative.
The
It's a 115.6 proof
That's heavy there.
straight bourbon whiskey. It is a high-rise style. It's crafted by Proof and Wood Ventures, everybody. Now,
Okay.
this is a bottling that they created kind of in their Washington series. There's a senator, I believe there's a president, and there's a representative, right? The representative is 4 years, and then all there's some association to term limits.
Yeah, age 2 congressional terms.
Uh-huh.
Minimum of 2
Yep.
congressional terms.
Right, absolutely, and they have that there on the back.
Yeah.
This is 75% corn, 21% rye, 4% malted barley, and we are talking about MGP juice. So this brand is interesting because Proof and Wood Ventures, they were the entity that originally released back in the day the Redemption brand.
Yes. Okay.
Back in the day when
Yeah.
they were the kind of old school cylindrical bottles, very simple labels. There was a high rye style bourbon. There was a what else
seen
was there? A
those
low rye bourbon, I think, and then a
And
rye
then
whiskey.
a rye. Yeah.
And a rye whiskey, yeah. And they had tan, red, and green labels.
I seen those bottles
right?
just not too long ago.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the real throwback.
original, yeah, the original
No.
bottlings before Redemption was purchased by one of the larger companies. They had a non-compete for a while, but then they released the DC collection, the representative, senator, president. They released what's the rye? Gosh, I'm gonna forget right now. Actually, it's sitting over to your right on the bottom. That liter size bottle with the green and red and black label. It's,
No.
roulette.
Yeah, like those ones. Yeah.
The roulette
okay.
rye, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you've seen roulette rye, that's from them, and they have a number of whiskeys that kind of are positioned similar to the value-oriented whiskeys that they released under the original Redemption label. Great for bars, great for cocktails, true to form, right? But when we get to this level, a little more age on these and better selection of barrels and, high proof, right? So more like cask strength or barrel proof productions. So, yeah, we're now in the 115 plus arena, folks.
86 to 115.
Indeed, that's a big jump.
But I like it. I've been wanting to try this bottle for a while.
Right.
And so, yeah. Have you already taken a sip, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really just dove in.
All in.
All in. I like it.
Let me go back to the nose.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, it is standard.
Sometimes
I
I have to sip the whiskey, and it helps me get a better nose.
Sure,
On certain
no,
with
I
some
get it.
whiskeys.
I get it. I mean, we love 21% rye MGP, so it really almost can't be bad when you know it's 21% rye. Like this one being a fresh crack and breaking that 115 proof, giving it just a second to breathe.
Absolutely. I think it needs it, right? I think
Yeah.
it needs it. You're certainly seeing the corn profile, but it's kind of a dark, dusty, quasi-smoked corn.
See, that pisses me off.
It does. Like he has like some type of synonym book or something in his pocket. He pulls it out. Quasi.
What are you, a thesaurus?
Frame it. Frame that for me, please.
Someone call Webster's Dictionary. Fact check this guy.
Sounds pretty nice. I like that, man.
It does.
Thesaurus,
I'm
another
I was
thesaurus.
saying, you know, it's a little quasi apple to that, you know.
Is it a little quasi hot outside, Burnie?
Forget quasi. It's all the way hot.
What are we doing here?
Caliente.
Muy caliente.
Muy caliente. Hey, shout out to everybody at the El Salvadorian Embassy. It was a great show today. Check us out tomorrow where I'll have the master blender and the president of Shiwatan Rum right here in shop for a live video.
Whoa.
We're going to be coming to you live about 2 p.m. tomorrow, everybody. Just to throw that in there.
I get some orchard on here. You don't get any apple? I do. Like the apple, not baked apple, but just apple. Granny Smith.
There's a little Granny Smith on
I
there?
can see it.
Okay. But caramel for me, not a caramel.
Caramel apple? Well, caramel apple, maybe.
And caramel and pepper.
Yeah, the rye is very much showing throwing like black kind of pepper.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. No doubt.
cracked black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice though. I mean, I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle and amongst all that, I get a little something floral a little bit amongst all that. Weirdly just thrown in there. Some type of just floral.
Yeah, man, that drink's nice. And this at a great price point too, isn't it?
Yeah, right about $50, right?
I always thought it was more than that. Seemed like high up on the shelf or something.
No.
Because it's a tall bottle, probably. That's why.
$50.
And of course, you know, right here in Washington, D.C., everyone that works on the Hill, you know, it's a fun bottle to have. It's not super expensive, but it's something that, you know, fits a profession and any of the staffers, you know, that might be kind of within the Capitol Hill arena as far as work goes. This is something that it could be fun, you know, just showing your boss, showing your other staffers, hanging out. You know, if you need a gift, and yeah, if you're a staffer, you're working for a congressperson, this is the perfect gift for them. And also, as the 4th of July is coming up, right, we have to definitely celebrate our country and the split of powers, you know, what's the correct way of saying that? The sharing of powers across the various entities from Congress to the president to the judicial system. Now, matter of fact, I think there is one that may represent the judiciary as well under this group. I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, because honestly, I think there was a point where I actually got them confused. With like another brand or something, who maybe did something slightly similar, and so I think I got a little.
Ellie's
I
hilarious.
don't know.
Right.
But I'm getting some orange on this, some citrus on the palate.
Okay.
Something dry herbaceousness on the very, very finish.
Wow. Trying to keep up with quasi.
Quasi.
You over here. No, I like the little citrus, little orange coming through on the palate.
The nose is changing.
I think that caramel carries over as well onto the palate. And still it finishes, the finish is that nice rice spice coming through. Drinks really well for 115 proof. Honestly, the nose seemed to be showing a little more ethanol. Maybe at first it was a fresh crack, and
The palate's changing too, though. It's
getting
changing pretty
creamier.
fast. Yeah.
Wow.
A little
Yeah.
more sweetness coming forward. It's changing really fast on the glass.
I'll say it's really just fleshing out across the palate. It's not
Yeah.
quite as,
Nah. Censored.
Yeah.
one-dimensional. Yeah.
That was a quick change.
Mm-hmm. And this is one that, you can really sit down and enjoy a few drams of and allow it to open up and breathe. But at the same time, it's a fun price point. If you wanted to do cocktail, still do it, the
cocktail.
high proof cocktail with a high rye style of bourbon. Then this would definitely fit with your old fashions, especially, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm getting orange bitters.
Yeah.
Some of this
Yeah.
flavor
Compliment it so well.
Mm-hmm. I have to agree.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, I think this one, I love a higher proof whiskey to throw in a cocktail, and this one at 115 proof.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it probably makes a great old fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
But no complaints sipping it neat either.
Correct.
Not at all. I don't think I like this with an ice cube.
And you said at the finish, though, you were getting something more herbaceous.
Bitter and herbaceous.
And I think I think you're right on that. There's something very clean about the finish that might be a little bit kind of green herbaceousness and or an acidity that like goes really, really fresh
That's a lot of structure to
at the end. I don't know. I'm not getting the wood structure, that you might in some whiskeys. Into the finish, I see some of those flavors just kind of just finish in a tender, easy drinking way. Right? Nothing too intense as far as the caramels or the spices go. There's kind of just this freshness at the end.
Yeah, I think the first sip or two felt very structured, but that was just not letting it open up quite yet. But I can see where you said it was a little structured. I felt like, at the very beginning it was, but it just needed a little more time in glass, a little more oxygen to it. And now it's drinking well.
Yeah. Now it's starting to open up a little bit more, maybe a little bit of a nuttiness or toffee.
I see that.
Yeah.
It's changing. This is
Starting to
changing
come
really
forward.
fast, folks. I definitely would love to come back to this in about a month.
Yeah.
As fast as
wow.
it changed,
Oh, okay.
as fast as it changed this fast,
Right.
what it could do for 30 days.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to fade at all. I don't think it'll lose
I don't think
anything.
so.
It'll just improve by opening up some of it and releasing some of the flavors that that right now maybe are just aren't coming to the forefront quite yet.
But I think
But
this
solid,
is
man. I think it was
solid and surprisingly well balanced for the proof and price point.
Correct.
I think this is a great one for people who are wanting to get into higher proof, breaking that 100 proof point or 110. This one at 115 proof drinks really well. The price point's killer, and it's a beautiful bottle. And if you're in the DC area, obviously, it's even more. It's the DC collection, Gotta have it, right?
Gotta have a
If you
DC
live in
collection.
DC, you gotta have a bottle from the DC collection.
That's right.
I don't think you ever referred me a bottle to get started into high proofs. I think you just laughed at me all the time.
No, I think I got you on
You're
a
the fire.
hazmat too. That was the bottle.
right.
Yeah, but that wasn't the gateway. That was just
And anything less
Drink
than,
it pump or something.
hazmat, he was like, "Oh yeah, this is pretty good."
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I can
Put you on some
tolerate this.
140 plus proof and 110 drinks like water.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's one way.
All right. Well, who wants to start out the ratings this go round? Matt, you want to?
Yeah,
Go ahead and-
great. I'm glad that was we had a whole conversation about that. Just, I think I'm gonna go match it again. I'm gonna go 7.5. Just like I did on the Hibiki, I think this one is a little more traditionally what I'd go for and drink, but I could also respect and see that comparison where I like them at that same score for me.
Yeah.
Each very different in their own ways, but very respectful, enjoyable, and fun to drink. I like it. 7.5 on the representative. Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
Indeed.
Who's Burnie? You're next.
So for me, I'm right there with you, Matt. I think 7.5 is a solid rating for the representative. I think it's user friendly for a high proof even. It's Say again?
User friendly. Like it's
It's user friendly.
technology.
Yes. User
No, I
friendly.
kind of like
I
it.
love it.
Yeah,
I kind of hate it, but I kind of like
Put it
it.
in my
absolutely.
repertoire.
Can't hate it too much.
I know.
Can't hate it too much, but it's a user friendly, high proof where you can use it for cocktails or enjoy it with cocktails. And it's such a clean flavor profile. Nothing that's gonna kind of give you some of the complicated, intense flavors that some may shy away from. When it comes to high proof, it's so clean, and that's what I appreciate about it. At 115, it still drinks very clean, with a nice medium intensity about it, a fresh finish, and yeah, even for sipping, it's quite nice. And 90 degrees outside, folks, and I don't mind drinking that right now. So yeah, 7.5 for me as well. How about you, Zoe?
I'm gonna mirror 7.25 for this one.
Okay.
I agree with everything you said, but I'm a little spoiled, and this coming in around 4 years. I mean, I probably would like to drink it more at 6 years. So there's like some mature characteristics to it, but also it feels a little youthful to me. So I probably would like it a little more mature, but definitely good. 7.25, clean, approachable, introductory to high proof. So definitely delicious, folks. It's definitely a cocktail beginning sipper for me, you know.
Okay.
I'm not finishing my night or the middle of my night with this.
Sure, I get it. I think it works really well in a flight, kind of like how we had, or even if you want to replace Hibiki with a bottled and bond whiskey, you know, working up, we're about to jump into a double oak or a much higher proof cask strength bottling. I think it works in really nicely there, and yeah, the price point is a great bottle.
Absolutely. And Zoe mentioned the 6 year. Well, look for the Senator edition, which is the 6-year-old, or the Ambassador edition, which is the 12-year-old.
Whoa!
We need Ambassador.
Whoa, Ambassador.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've heard of or seen that. 12 years old.
Right.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Gotta hunt that down.
That's what I was about to say.
Indeed.
Might have to put that on the list.
Right. Yeah, that can definitely be fun. It could definitely be fun.
Cool.
Well, this was good stuff, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All right, we're going to get rid of that and do a little water rinsing. But once again, we must remind everyone, because you can see it on the screen, certainly, but it is Matt's birthday. Yesterday, but we're celebrating today.
'Cause yesterday was just too hot. And, you know, if you're like one of us here and your birthday falls on a Tuesday, you're going to celebrate on Whiskey Wednesday. You know, or it falls on a Thursday, you're going to celebrate on Whiskey Wednesday. You know, it's just...
I'm pretty sure
Whiskey
Wednesday was probably around the time you had that good old steak dinner for your birthday last night, so...
Some Chinese food. Anyone, I'm going to do a quick plug because it's meaningful. On July 1st, Full Key in Northwest DC has a notice to vacate. It's my favorite Chinese restaurant in DC, favorite Chinese restaurant ever. They've been around for over 40 years. Wow. And July 1st, they have a notice to vacate because a hotel is going in at their location. Family-owned business that's been there over 40 years. And wanted to make an effort to give them support. Hopefully we'll go see them again before July 1st. But it's my favorite Chinese food I've ever had. Right there in Chinatown, Full Key. Check them out, show some love, because who knows what's going to happen. So,
hey, anybody at Full Key, look at this. Hey, give us a call over here at Chats.
Hey, make something happen. We might have a connection for you.
Might have a space. Never know.
Hey,
I'm going to go over to Full Key and check them out before they get out of.
But yeah, that was my birthday dinner.
So, all right. Well, good stuff. Hey. You never know.
Never crossed my mind. You know that.
I was just half lost. I was just half lost on a little bit of that. I thought we were trying to get free food. I didn't know we was going the other direction with that.
Nah, we going.
That's great. I love it.
Direction right there.
When we get off camera, I'll tell you a funny remark I said.
Yeah, okay.
So,
wow.
All right. Moving on.
Here it is.
It's
back.
Am pumped. So if you know me and especially know my wife, Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut is a top favorite
You're gonna
of
make me buy a
ours.
bottle, y'all.
Now we have only had batch 1 of Cowboy Cut.
Don't be shy, you.
Oh, okay. Don't be shy. There you go. So said he's here to drink.
I don't remember having this.
And I still have like a third of a bottle left because my man Burnie wasn't able to get more in, and I've been babying that bottle.
So what batch is this then?
So we're
This
currently
five.
five. Batch
Yeah,
five.
batch one.
folks.
Yeah, on the batch one.
Batch 1, yes.
One,
From
which was absolutely delicious,
insane.
game changer, right?
And we
So-
will still refer to it as, I mean, for Ellie, she probably says it's a top 3 whiskey. For me, I mean, it's in my top 10, maybe top 5, honestly. And I think,
Okay.
who knows what just let them be. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just let 'em be.
Move that. Yeah. I'm gonna move it right there.
And so there are big shoes for batch 5 to fill. And for what batch 1 was. Now, what's the proof?
How you gonna skip from 1 to 5 and say big shoes?
115.6.
Nothing is ever as good as the first.
Well, so actually, here's what I'm going to tell you, though. But I can confirm and know for a fact. Now, this is a batch product. As we're referencing batch 1, they're on batch 5 now. Obviously, there's been 2, 3, and 4 in between.
Yep.
I can tell you, I know at Ragged Branch for Cowboy Cut whiskey, they have 7+ year old whiskey going into or available for use or being used in Cowboy Cut. Over 7-year-old.
Wow.
So, why, where you say batch 1's always the best, well, I think the whiskey is possibly or good chance older in batch 5 than it was in batch 1.
I love it.
If I were to take an educated guess. And so I think that's what I'm a little excited for.
I'm smelling some cacao and green tea at the same time.
Wow.
I mean,
it's so long.
A lot of chocolate.
A
lot of chocolate.
rich whiskey. I mean, you want to talk about depth.
For sure.
Wow.
So shout out to the late great Dave Pickerel, who combined with the folks there in Charlottesville, Virginia, where Ragged Branch is located. I remember tasting, this was the final product that I had in my last meeting with Dave Pickerel back in 2018, like the end of August, start of September or so. He bought me these like 1 year, 1.5 year barrel samples at that time. And this is along when we're also drinking some of Whistle Pig products, some of the Hill Rock products, and which were great, right? And he says, "Hey Burnie, well, this is what I'm working on in your neck of the woods, Ragged Branch." And he pulls out just little sample bottles, just even it out, of the barrels, pouring this lighter whiskey. And I said, "Whoa, that's intense. Let's go back to drinking the other stuff we were drinking, right?" But fast forward, probably about 2020, 2021 or so, in walks a salesperson from the distribution company who carried this initially. Actually, the same distribution company who's now carrying it again.
Oh, no.
And she's like, "Yeah, I have something called Ragged Branch." Like, "Ragged Branch? Whoa, let me taste it." She's like, "Okay, I got it in the car. I'll run and grab it." Loved it from that first sip until today. But this Cowboy Cut was very special because I am a wheated bourbon fan, and Cowboy Cut is based off of the wheated bourbon recipe. Sure. And it is cask strength, but like their bottle and bond, the Cowboy Cut is a double-barreled product. So
Double barrel cask strength wheat.
yeah, double barrel, cask strength, wheated, and estate grown grains, folks. So Ragged Branch, everything except for their Secretariat label is estate grain whiskey that has been, of course, the grain has been grown there, it's been distilled there, mashed, distilled, barrel aged, and bottled right there at Ragged Branch. And it was a few hours away or so down in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's definitely a great time, so I hear. And I'm working on getting down there at some point pretty soon. So
Never know.
I'm gonna cross my fingers for that one. But we're talking about a malted barley 16% and a wheat 16%. The remaining 68% is corn. And I haven't tasted this stuff yet. I've been talking too much. Let's go.
I haven't even tasted it, but I am pumped. I almost brought my bottle of batch 1 tonight to drink.
Really?
I was talking to Zoe before you even showed, while we were waiting an hour for you to show up.
Yeah.
Um,
I had 2 drams.
about how, I almost brought when we were talking about Cowboy Cut. And
Man, this is good.
right? I mean, this, wow.
How many bottles are left at Chats?
Man, we got 2 cases of this stuff in, man.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
Yeah. No.
I mean, just,
I'm over my whiskey spending limit for June, well over. But come July, I gotta get a bottle.
Yeah.
Folks, this is delicious.
This is
dark, rich,
Just chocolate, green tea.
Yeah.
Andes mint.
Yeah, I can see
Andes,
chocolate
man.
mint too.
Yeah.
Wow, such depth of flavor with this is crazy.
I can see the absolute char, the char portion of a creme brulee.
Yeah. I think what they do with
Charred
a
marshmallow, maybe.
double oak or double barrel, same reference for anyone out there asking people just like barrel proof or cask strength, they mean the same. Double oak, double barrel. This is like what everyone expects or wants. When you tell me
Right.
something's been double oaked, this is like my standard of expectation of, like really, but not in a negative or bad way when we say, but like really can almost taste or feel the char from that barrel.
I'm smelling char like
Right?
like smoked pork.
But it's not
Some
like
bacon.
in a negative way. You know, I think saying that can come across as, oh, that doesn't sound pleasant. Like,
No, I'm getting some rich smoke
like
flavor,
maple bacon, like sweet bacon,
like hickory
rich.
coming through the smoke.
Yeah.
but you want to feel like you're sitting by a campfire indoors, but not like the smoky aspect, but just the actual persona, not leaning on like it drinks like a peated scotch, but like the persona of sitting by a campfire and that natural, that real wood burning.
Right.
Oh no, man!
And
I'm barbecue sitting at a grill.
I am picking up in this version, especially more of the malt, and that malt that they use is a smoked malt, right? I believe they are using cherry wood, at least cherry wood.
Yeah.
I don't know about apple wood to smoke their malt. You really see it in the rye whiskey that they do, in the bottle and bond rye whiskey. Like a whole third of that is like a smoked malt, malted barley. I'm seeing it in this Cowboy Cut more so than in the first edition. Now the first edition though as well was like 123 proof though.
It was higher proof,
Yeah.
but I want to say from my best memory, it drank a little more on the sweeter side.
Yeah.
Where this one's drinking,
Sweet tones, but less though.
not as sweet.
They may have even changed the mash bill for this a little bit because I'm
I
thinking
wonder.
maybe a higher wheat than the last one. This one's 1616. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but let it open up a bit and wow. Now I'm really getting the chocolate you were talking about, Zoe.
Yeah.
But dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate,
Yeah.
a hint of mint. Yeah,
Wow.
that Andes that you
That's what I'm
spoke of.
saying.
Yeah.
Andes with a dark chocolate, not as sweet as an
For
actual.
sure.
My
But, yeah.
favorite 2 double oak was a Woodford and Jack Daniel's twice barrel. But
Yeah.
this sits right.
Right.
It's in it's
And
in
we
the rankings.
were talking about it before we went live. I said, if you like Woodford,
If you like
double oak,
Woodford, though,
this is what you wish Woodford double oak is a great bottle.
amazing for double oak.
But for only like give or take $10 more, depending where you find it at roughly, to be cash strength, I would bet this is as much age, if not more age, and just so much more.
I'm telling you, I'm a double oak crazy fan because I like barrel finish.
This.
This is better. This is better than Woodford.
Oh yes.
Not
All
saying
day.
you know my top 5 double oak whiskeys is like Jack double barrel, twice barrel, Woodford. This is definitely in the top 3. But
What's your price point on this? You know, off the top of your head.
So folks, I think, once again, this is something that is a just fantastic value. We spoke about the representative or what have you, but for about $60, Cowboy cut right now is killing it. Now, this is a lower price point than was available before. Shout out to Lanterna Distributing, who were the original distributors of this product. It's landed back in their hands, and they're giving me a sweet deal, and I hope it lasts.
Crazy.
But we're going, more so in the $80 range, initially $80, $90 range, down to a $60 price point. And so, phenomenal.
Definitely gotta get that.
That is.
Definitely gotta pick this up.
I mean, what I'm gonna tell you is, so if you're saying, if now with the price you're able to run, you're talking this the same price as Woodford Double O,
Right.
and you're comparing it, which again, a great bottle. I love Woodford Double O, but you're talking for a barrel proof version,
higher proof.
higher proof. You're getting way more complexity. I would bet money more age out of this. Supporting a local business. I mean, if you like Woodford Double O, you need to get on Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut for sure. It'll change your life. And I mean, I bought batch one. I want to say I got it around the $80 price point.
Yep.
Zero complaints. Would buy it again at $80.
Oh man, this right here.
If this price was $80, I wouldn't bat an eye. It's worth every penny.
Right. Absolutely. It is delicious. And it's a fresh crack on top of that. It's allowing it to open.
It's only going to
the next couple days is just going to be quite the
wow.
Yeah, this one we're going to come back on Friday night, I can guarantee you.
Wow.
Indeed. That's delicious. Well, I guess it's on me to start the rating. And let's see. No, we still want to show off that one there. But Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut, it's double barreled, and so there's so much more depth of the flavor, viscosity, weight, complexity that you get from that. It over delivers. Once again, the price point has dropped $20 recently. $20. Now, of course, this was batch one that we had before, and it's been a couple years at least since I've had any batch one. I literally bought out the distribution company of batch one, and anybody I put that whiskey in a glass and had them taste it, they were buying one or multiple bottles of it because it was batch one. It was special. This is Ragged Branch. It's Charlottesville, Virginia. It's and so we can, that's local Mid-Atlantic. They are state producers. Just so much respect goes out to them for what they're creating at Ragged Branch. And it was a Dave Pickle product, and this is the guru of American small batch whiskey. He led the Renaissance. One of the reasons why, everyone's is as excited about local distilling today. Yeah. So shout out to him. RIP to Dave Pickerel. I'm coming out of the gate with an 8.25 for Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut.
I like it. I'll go ahead and go next. Saves Zoe the trouble of stressing. I'm going to go an 8 flat. But I'd say an 8 to an 8.25, but we'll call an 8.0 to just give the actual rating. But I have no doubt this one, come back to in a couple days or something, it's all day going to be an 8.25, if not an 8.5. But 8 flat, I love it. Price point, you can't beat it. So
I want to start by saying we're getting a older product for a lesser price, and still double barrel,
cash strength double barrel
cash strength
for $60 insane.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go with Burnie 8.25. First of all, I'm biased from double barrel products. I'm biased. I'm a biased guy. I love the extraction color, the extraction flavors. Some people over extract and it becomes too sweet or too heavy to have more than one pour of.
Oaky. And
This is a balance of, I love the depth of flavor, extract heavy, and leaves me in a position to want more. You know, the palate's long lasting, but it still washes away for me to have another sip. It's not overbearing, so yeah, 8.25. Delicious.
love it.
Definitely. Hey, folks, that was the Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut, batch number 5.
Crazy.
It's straight out of
Imagine I put
Charlottesville,
in more.
Virginia, in a state production grain, truly grain to glass producer from the Mid-Atlantic. 115.6 proof. Zoe gives it an 8.25. Matt, an 8 even, and I as well give it an 8.25. That's the Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut, folks. It said that's just got a new drop. It just dropped as well. It's not part of the Countdown Club, but it automatically dropped $20.
Just by us drinking and talking about it.
Hey,
Well,
dude.
that's my birthday gift to y'all.
For sure.
Look
For
at that.
sure.
Took $20 off the price of Ragged Branch Cowboy Cut for you.
Absolutely.
Definitely not.
Ain't that something?
And I'm gonna pick up rye. That rye is delicious.
Well, speaking of Countdown Club, folks, if you haven't been this week yet,
Oh, I looked at it. It's
you
crazy.
better go to chatsdc.com/countdown club. We're in week 13. That means up to $130 off per bottle of products that have been on the countdown list at the $10 valuation for 13 weeks. So,
How do you get to the Countdown Club?
chatsdc.com/countdown. Just go to chatsdc.com and the second little option
Yeah.
page is Countdown. Countdown Club, folks, every week we're
There are some great values on there.
You're losing money on some
Oh,
of these bottles. These deals are so insane.
Man, we
Like-
sold a vodka that's regularly $15 for
No, no, no.
$3
No.
a bottle.
Don't
folks.
say we so. Say Matt.
Come on now.
I might have 11 of
We
those.
just
tonight.
sold out of the Bacta 2014.
I know
Oh, did
that.
someone buy
All
it?
the got cash, all those bottles
gone.
are gone.
This
Absolutely.
on Monday or so, I was
Shout out to
talking to
everybody.
Ellie about the Bacta.
Gone.
It was
Gone.
there last week, folks. It's
Regularly
gone.
$170, folks.
Someone bought it for $50, I think. It was
$60,
60.
right?
What?
Okay.
Is my math right? No, $50.
No,
Yeah.
because your 130 was
Yeah.
$50.
Absolutely.
And
So, folks, if you're
Yes.
not on it, go to the Countdown Club.
That's crazy.
You know, Elmer T.
Insane.
Lee is on the Countdown
30.
Club.
you mentioned
Whistle Pig Boss Hog is on the Countdown Club. Calumet was the 16-year
Oh,
was
it's
on the
gone.
Countdown Club. It's gone though.
Look at
I
that.
just poured that bottle forward yesterday.
Look at that. Just like
I
that.
was just here yesterday and
That's
poured
all
that
it
bottle
took.
forward.
Hey, that's all it took.
That's crazy.
But folks,
know.
you don't want to wait. You really don't want to wait.
It is.
Because you know these deals are ticking away so quickly, and the longer it waits, the sweeter the deal. But wait too long,
And it might be
and
gone.
it might be gone. That's a true statement. There are
love
some
it.
productions
Dude,
that are gone. So
that
don't
Calumet
be
was
mad
just
at me.
there. I just poured it
I
forward
know.
yesterday.
16-year-old
Just
Calumet,
like that. And that bottle,
16-year-old Calumet,
mean,
going
that bottle-
for
again, I think it was like 50
$50.
bucks. I think it went for 50
$60.
bucks.
That's
That was
cheaper than-
179.
That's
Yeah,
cheaper.
yeah.
That's cheaper than coal.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
for
what I said.
sure.
He's losing money on these products.
So, folks,
I need to
this
check the
is an
countdown.
opportunity to score some of the most amazing deals. And it's kind of like a reverse auction, right? Every week that we still have product, you have an opportunity to just save more and more and more. So go to the Countdown Club, check us out. I would say support Countdown Club, but it's supporting you, folks.
That's what I was about to say.
It's supporting wine and whiskey fans and tequila fans and the like.
You should also
Great
look
deal.
at everything else on the website while you're on Countdown Club, and maybe you'll see another bottle that's not on Countdown Club that you also need or want.
Indeed.
And grab it while you're there.
Indeed.
That's what you should do.
For sure. So check it out.
Water rinse.
But water rinse is needed. A water rinse is needed, folks.
way these
Because
guys drink high
whenever you bring Old Carter into the mix, you're sure to have a high proof experience.
134.
And this one being 134.3 proof points.
14.
That's 14 straight American whiskey. This is bottle number 1329 out of 3321. And 134.3 proof.
Crazy.
How did
There
that
we
just-
go. M Dog. We got one bottle of this in stock here at Chats of the batch 14. We have a bottle of batch 15. So this is all we got. Right? This is all we got. But it's
That's
M
it?
Dog's birthday. Right? And so I haven't had any Old Carter in a while, especially
Me neither.
American whiskey, which a lot of folks have in the past really just gone crazy over the American whiskey.
Wow.
And so
Uncut, unfiltered.
uncut, unfiltered, high proof, folks. So this will be
Happy birthday, Matty.
I know this is
a lot of
almost-
fun.
I kind of feel bad even opening it. And I am pumped because for anyone who has kept up with the news, LA Time I'll Take Advantage Countdown Club. Anyone who's kept up with the news of the whiskey world recently knows that Old Carter has been in the news a little bit. It came across maybe sad or had whiskey people on edge. It ended up being one of the cooler stories in the recent years. So it was, I believe, in January of this year.
Wow.
Mm.
Happy birthday.
134.
134. That's what we're here for. Old Carter, the brand went up for sale. It was going out of business and was up for sale. And as this brand is so well recognized, so well known, and loved at a lot of whiskey people on edge, and Mr. Carter, who had previously decided to retire and sold the business, ended up buying it back because he couldn't bring himself to see the lineage and Old Carter bottles go away, and so came out of retirement and re-bought back the brand Old Carter to keep it alive, just for us whiskey lovers to continue to enjoy it. So
Absolutely. Shout out to
Super
Mark
awesome.
and Sherry Carter, the founders of Old Carter. They have a relationship with a couple other entities like Kentucky Owl in the past, what have you.
yeah,
But they were so much fun to watch on IG and to see them how, kind of as a husband and wife team, the togetherness in building a whiskey brand, selecting barrels and doing blends and so forth. They were just super amazing for sharing so much of their life, their family with the world, and so good for them in kind of continuing their legacy. The brand represents them. It is their name on the label, and so sometimes you may feel like, okay, I want to take a little break from this, but it's you.
that's
It's
what I'm
your-
about to say.
it's-
Do you ever
it's
get to take
part
a
of
break
you.
from being you?
It's
You
part
know?
of you, exactly. It's part of you, and it's hard to let that go. So good for them going back and resecuring the brand. Hey, once
love
again,
This is smelling so good.
cheers to Matt. Happy
gosh.
birthday to you, brother. This is one of the rare bottle releases that we see coming out of Kentucky. Old Carter is always an absolute treat, always done with perfection in mind. That's because Mark and Sherry have just always done it the right way.
Wow.
134.3 proof, gents.
This is beautiful notes.
Indeed.
I'm pumped.
Insane.
Right? Right?
Do we have any info on this batch 14 specifically on the American?
Oh,
I don't know how much they do. Old Carter's one of those, love or hate it. Can when you got things down mastered, you don't want anyone to be able to copy or take anything from you. So there might be a little lack of information sometimes, which keeps it fun and exciting. But
yeah, it certainly can. It certainly can.
This is nosing like Penelope 17 year, where the balance with some sweetness on the nose
yeah,
with the hazmat proof is giving me that delicious balance on the nose.
I mean, I do think. I mean, yeah.
Of course, more flavor here. It's not a light whiskey, but that's
sure. But this one, I mean, at 134 proof, nosing so well, we have nicely worked our way up in proof. Going through this, almost like someone curated this lineup pretty well, whoever that might have been.
Who knows who that was?
Who knows? They might not even be in the room with us.
Probably not.
We don't know. But wow. Yeah, this one. And it's funny how, I mean, I love how it's starting to change a little opening up, but it doesn't even need to open up just from the get-go. But yeah, there is this nice.
I had this wild nose. I've never nosed on a whiskey before. Remind me to tell you once the live is over.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know if I want to know.
Okay.
He said on the live.
Privately. Okay.
Now I gotta tell you, 'cause now I don't like the way that way.
Yeah.
I got like this fresh.
We've been shadow banned before. We don't need it again.
Yeah, we don't do this.
I got like a fresh flame broiled like cheeseburger. I know that sounds crazy. It could be some of the smoke from the Cowboy cut blending with this. Could be, but
why did that need to be said off camera?
Because I don't think nobody ever smelled whiskey that smelled like a cheeseburger.
Okay. No, fair enough.
And then like y'all,
but I'm
saying though, I don't. It's like the. You know how we say smoky, like that little bit of smoke.
I gotta
like sitting on the
focus
grill?
because I just took a sip and I was too distracted by
Okay.
the quasi cheeseburger.
Quasi cheeseburger.
Quasi cheeseburger over here.
Hey, Drew B, you hear that? Quasi cheeseburger. That does not drink like 134. Wow. That is so rich in candy, toffee.
But see, I'm also still getting this nice, like, tea note, mint note also.
Tea?
Like a little herbaceous. I agree with the,
Quasi
like,
herbaceousness.
we're done saying quasi.
That is the theme of the night, folks.
Yeah, that is the theme. It's quasi birthday.
Yeah, it's your quasi year.
No, I do get, but like I agree with this toffee, this sweetness, but also yeah, like I'm getting a lot of leafy green tea characteristic as well, kind of like on the mid palate.
It's kind of the theme for the night, going through the lineup. Oh my God, this is
And I like it.
This is not drinking like 134.
Nah. It's drinking beautifully is what it's drinking like.
That is
and there's still a bottle of this for sale here at Chats.
So the other bottle will be batch 15.
Okay.
This is batch 14. Batch 15 is available.
It's available at Chats.
Mm-hmm. And
wait too long, it might get open on Whiskey Wednesday. So.
right, absolutely.
Yeah.
But batch 15 is a tenth of a percentile higher or lower in proof.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 134.2 for batch 15. Absolutely. So I would expect that maybe the batches, we'll have some similar characteristics, but you really never know until you open it up. But I decided on batch 14 because of that higher. Yeah. If you have the choice, go with the higher proof.
Come on.
Even if it's just a 0.1%, right?
Always.
Wow, this is.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Carters.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Jigga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is good.
Such a long-lasting finish too.
Mm-hmm.
It's oily too. I mean, it's got some nice legs going. The mouthfeel on it's pretty crazy.
The viscosity is crazy.
Mm.
It definitely is. Like it puts a coating even on your teeth, right? Where you chew and you feel that.
Give you a cavity?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it probably could. It probably could. It has so much viscosity.
Folks. Puts the lotion on. But
keep a toothbrush handy.
No, I get what you're saying though. Some rich.
Yeah, it's rich.
The viscosity.
Indeed. And
And put some viscosity on your teeth.
okay. No shadow.
Yeah, we don't need to be
We're getting off the rails, but no. Okay.
No,
Full transparency. I get where you're going.
It's
this is delicious. This is very rich.
Yeah, definitely. Just had that.
Absolutely delicious.
The color on this is pretty dark too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if this was twice barrel? Ooh, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. I mean, yeah. Aside from the Ragged Branch, it's the darkest.
If that was twice oak, that would be crazy.
I mean, you just had to. I mean, this is double-digit age statement.
For sure.
There is
for
nothing in here that's not
For
10
sure.
plus years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is.
And
Where could we be though? More than 10? 12?
well, I would put it, you know, a range maybe of up to something maybe in the 17, 18 year, but maybe as young as possibly 9, 10.
I would say, yeah. I mean, we're not. I would say 10 to 16 year would be if I had to guess, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's 17, 18 year in it.
That means
But
I know what the price is for this.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's.
But the majority of it, I don't know. It doesn't seem lean at all. There's enough youthfulness and all brightness that that's why I was saying, you know, kind of maybe 8, 9, 10 esque before you get into some of those more closed down structured characteristics. But then there's some components of flavor that are just beautiful in there. I don't know if the young stuff will quite get it there. So if it's maybe 50%, 50-60% of 8 to 10 year, and then like some nuances.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like Bardstown, everybody else would be doing. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, like Bardstown does. Yep, with their fusion series. Yeah.
And I think that's where, though, you get some of that sweet characteristics.
Right.
Is coming from the younger product.
Maturity on
But the oil, the finish, the little bit of kind of structure of it is coming from the older age in that batch. And I mean, I think that just shows where it's such an art, such a skilled batching a product. And I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize the complexity and really the headache that goes into a truly well batched product. And Old Carter just does it so well.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, speaking from a guy who's batched out product and who currently just finds the sweet barrel, the honey barrel.
Yeah, I mean, a bottle, but you're talking there's 3,000 bottles.
Right.
I mean, these are,
Yeah.
I can think of the headaches I've had of producing batches significantly smaller than this.
Correct.
And this is by no means a large batch product, but coming from just the more craft side of things, those smaller batches, and the headache of just trying to batch 3 barrels. I can't imagine of trying to batch 5 or 6 barrels. You know what I mean? Or 10 barrels. That is so impressive. And just a quick plug for y'all are on Instagram watching, some of you are on YouTube. Nancy Fraley, one of the best in the industry for a master blender, but I love her Instagram posts and stories. And it gives you, I think, some of the best insight of actually seeing what that light looks like. I mean, she'll post a photo of 100 samples on a table where she's working on making batches. And yeah, she's sitting here with 100 samples in front of her working on making a batch. And I couldn't even fathom trying to work through that and put out the products that she does.
Hey, man, I'm about to ask you something before you pour water in your glass.
Okay.
But isn't me, now that you got to the bottom of this, and I don't know, maybe, because we have done water rinses, but between the Cowboy cut and this Old Carter, do you smell some French oak? Like literally, like, you nose your glass. Like, I get like, oh, I think they might have put this in a French oak barrel.
No.
Like, even I'm talking about on the twice barrel. Like, nowhere along there, like, that characteristic from like makers that French oak nose, it's just so been floating around since I've had the Cowboy cut.
I think I can see where you're coming from, but I don't get that. But I think I can see like your mentality and maybe where, but for me, I am typically not the biggest fan, or I'm very nitpicky about French
Me
oak.
too. That's why I'm like,
But that's what I'm saying, where these are products that I consistently love or enjoy, and that's not true of French oak products.
mm-hmm.
And just kind of can be a
I'm
little
getting that a little bit.
overwhelming, overpowering. French oak, that I can see your mentality with it, but
There's something about it.
Just need a little bit more with a little bit of water in it.
Oh, a little water in there.
Yeah.
But I don't see
It's
the
just
French
something
oak.
about it.
But that's fine that you do. I mean, someone's got to be wrong. It's okay.
Here we go, folks. I'm just waiting for it.
Folks.
Curly Larry, and I guess I must be Mo. Okay.
Yeah, that whole sentiment there just went over my head. So
Yeah, happy
So,
birthday.
I guess
I guess
I'm
so.
old, but not that old.
Yes, that's accurate. If that went over your head.
Mhm.
Just saying. Only one in the room is under 30. Feels good.
Thanks for that jab.
Well, we representing the decades.
There you go.
20, 30, 40. Left in the
20,
40s.
30, yeah, not many. I don't have many left in the 20s. So.
Absolutely. Well, what do y'all think?
Dang, I didn't realize that was
Right.
that was actually a little harsh.
That was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that was good. Even with a little bit of water, it warmed it up a bit. But you know how sometimes with the water, it doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
enhance the flavor. It actually maybe limits them a little bit.
So I was about to say.
Preferred it without the water. Yeah.
I
That's
think
delicious.
this is the first place I've had Carter, and this is the second place I've had old Carter.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that was some old carpet that we've had in the past.
Cheers to burn.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Chat's Liquors, Burnie, the
Indeed.
place to be.
Indeed. Let's go. Well,
Oh.
you know, this is fun, but we gotta rate this thing, fellas.
Jeez.
Wow.
So let's go.
Oh, here we go. Back to
Zozo.
me, right?
Yes, sir.
8.5.
Okay. That's definitive. All right.
8.5.
Yeah.
I love it. The way it has a proof point, some complexity, youth characteristics, some old structure characteristics. There's a transition. Yeah, 8.5.
Okay.
It goes on that list.
Indeed. Them dogs.
8.75.
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah.
Gotta go. It's right on that cusp of being a 9.
Yeah.
It's right there, but 8.75 all day long.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you that it's right there at 9.
I know.
Right there. Maybe opening up a bit more might get you there. You know, the mash bill, it's an American whiskey mash bill. For me, you know, it's playing kind of in the middle between rye and bourbon.
Sure.
With a little bit more intensity of it being in the bourbon space. That may change my opinion, and or in the rye space that might change my opinion. But I think American whiskeys are a burgeoning category that they deserve to have a place on your bar, on your tasting table, within a flight. And certainly when it comes to American whiskey, there are some premier productions out there. Old Carter is probably at the higher point, the apex of producing fantastic American straight whiskeys. So Old Carter Batch 14 barrel strength American whiskey,
Lovely.
134.3 proof. Zoe gives it an 8.5. Matt and I, the birthday boy and I, give it an 8.75. That's our rating. It's delicious. Come on.
So, where we about to go with this?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Are we gonna open one more bottle or two more bottles?
Well, you know,
I don't know. I gotta feel out.
it's M Dog's, you know, birthday. And, you know, I'm counting 5 bottles over there
And there's been 1 or 2 put away, I think.
and a couple over there open. I mean, M Dog, it's your birthday. I'm going to just be the producer, but you lead the show.
No,
sir.
you're good. Well, I mean, I know it's a Wednesday, so if we get on a time crunch or got somewhere to be. I
I don't have nowhere to be.
am not going to sleep tonight without opening one other bottle. That, like I said, I want to point out, before I'm even showing the bottle, some of you might have peeped it. I have entered the lottery for this bottle.
Lucky man.
4 years. No, I didn't win the lottery. 4 years or 5 years in a row. I believe this has, could be wrong, I believe this has the oldest whiskey that's ever been drank on Whiskey Wednesday. A bottle I have been dying to get my hands on. 0 for 4, 0 for 5 on lotteries. And I came across it for the first time ever at a price point I could halfway afford. And that is the Four Roses small batch limited edition, but this is specifically 2023 release, which is the 135th anniversary. So this is 12 to 25-year-old Four Roses in this bottle.
What?
And 25-year-old Four Roses in this bottle. I have always been dying to get my hands on a Four Roses limited edition since I've been into whiskey. The 135th anniversary has kind of been the most popular, most well-renowned bottle of that release. This is a once-a-year release. And yeah, didn't necessarily expect this to be the one I get my hands on. So, yeah, I'm pumped. And this, when I found this bottle and I bought it, I was like, yeah, I think it's going to be like a bottle I open on my birthday. And so here it is. And full transparency, we have to open it tonight. Because I said I was going to open it on my birthday yesterday. But I said, no, this week, way better do a fresh crack on a Whiskey Wednesday. And it lines up even more because it was all fresh cracks tonight. So, here it is.
Wow, everybody.
Bottle,
Yeah.
Wow.
Drew Beard. I would say eat your heart out, but he drank this.
I know. Drew Beard, whiskier himself, we know is a huge Four Roses fan. When I bought this bottle, I did, in fact, send him a photo because he probably is one of the... Oh, you haven't known a water.
All right. Absolutely.
Yeah, come on now. Acts like you've been there before.
I've never been here before, so.
Jeez.
I've never had a Four Roses
So-
35th anniversary bourbon.
Me neither.
If we were to do this all over, obviously, maybe not exactly weird fit in the lineup. It's a little lower proof at only 108 proof. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. So I'm sure it's still going to drink good.
And it's what? It's a 108?
108.
Wow.
This is a barrel proof product. Yeah, so
Cherry.
they definitely okay.
Cherry. Like
Indeed.
good.
Let's run the ticker on that. Man.
Michigan
Look
cherry.
at that.
Good
Hey, you got
cherry.
that typed up fast. Look at
Yeah,
you. The
man.
photo and the ticker going fast. Man, you were on that.
Come on, man.
Michigan,
Look at that.
Michigan
Look at that.
cherry
The
coming through
producer.
there. Orchard.
Very
Debbie
much.
apples.
So it's a blend
Oh,
of,
God.
I'm not going to say which one. It's 3 of Four Roses recipes. As you know, Four Roses now has where they're going to have 12. It was always 10 for the longest. They have announced 2 more that are going to roll out, but this is a blend of 3 of their recipes. But not remembering exactly which ones, but what I can tell you is the blend mostly focuses on fruit and baking spice characteristics. Those
Yeah.
blend of 3, that is the main focus. And yeah, I mean, wow.
So much cherry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Candy cherry and natural fruit cherry.
So yeah,
Both.
shout out to Brent Elliott. And this was a 2023 release. So is that correct?
Yeah, 2023. Guy's name on the back, Brent Elliott, right there on
Amazing.
the back, above the bottle number.
And that bottle numbers were handwritten in.
Yeah.
It looks like. And so Four Roses legacy dates back to 1888, everybody. Wow, that is crazy,
I realized
right?
it was in the 1800s.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's like
back then,
just
like-
4 years after
Yeah.
like Green River,
I mean, it
right?
has to be up here
Nerves,
saying
too,
right?
135th
Nerves.
anniversary in this
Yeah,
2023.
absolutely.
Like,
It's crazy.
I just never.
That's like 1884 with Uncle Nerves and all that too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
With Jack Daniels,
time
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Uh-huh. So this is a blend of 12-year, 14-year, 16-year, and 25-year-old. For
I mean, it's.
No wonder it
Hey,
costs
Matt.
so much.
thanks for a fresh crack on whiskey.
Hey, thank y'all
your
for sharing
birthday
it with me.
edition,
Hey,
brother.
no wonder this
Ooh,
bottle costs
wee.
so much money.
Mm.
Jeez Louise.
Yes, it is.
I would never
not,
pass another bottle up though.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Understand
not a
it.
cheap bottle.
It's not cheap, but I would never pass another one up.
Even at MSRP, like if you're in a control state or something like that, even at MSRP, it is a pricey bottle, let alone the price that you'll actually find this for. So believe it or not, fun story, I bought this from a local bar that also had a bottle shop, but they got this. There's a local liquor store who kind of partner with them, and once a blue moon, they give them a random, super nice allocated bottle, but the bar normally has better pricing because it's not much of a selection or not much of a crowd of real whiskey or liquor enthusiasts shopping there. They're just coming for a dram or two.
Okay.
And I saw this. They posted on social media that they got in. It was 2 days later before I got out there. I was like, there's no way. Like, that bottle's long gone.
Right.
And I walked in and I saw it and I was like, it's coming home with me.
Yeah.
It's coming home. I had zero expectation of that bottle making it on the shelf 2 days at the price point, but it was just not the clientele that normally comes in there. Their clientele's coming in for, a happy hour or just a cocktail, not a rather high-end bourbon.
You had quasi pockets that day.
I had
deep
quasi pockets
Yeah, deep
and
pockets that day. Man.
I had several drinks in me to help encourage or justify the purchase.
It's going home. The bottle's coming home, Elliot. Sorry.
She was with me, actually, believe it or not.
good. You looked at her, she looked at you and it's like, you better not. You're like, me?
Yeah. I said, open up the glass case.
Open up the... Folks, this was in the glass case. We
was.
all walk in the liquor store with the glass cases, see something you want, something you don't even know of, you see the prices, you be like, there's no way I'm paying for that. And this guy goes to the glass case. Cheers.
And
to
we
the
thank
glass
him
We
case.
get to enjoy it. That's what I was about to say. And
Shout out
we
to
all get to
the
reap the
glass
benefits.
case purchasers.
Wow.
Oh wow.
few weeks
Such
ago, you-
complexity in this bottling, from
It's opening
citrus
up.
to
It's just sitting in the
cherry to pear, it seems, to leather, pear and leather,
So I
pear,
wanna,
leather, caramel.
because I'm well enough, if you go on Four Roses website and look this bottle up, they throw in pear.
They do. Nice.
Four
Okay.
Roses themselves on the website
Wow.
talks about pear, which is funny because it's such a mild fruit. You know what I mean? That I think
It's
it's
mild but
very
distinctive though.
yes,
Very
very
distinctive.
distinctive, but
Indeed.
such a mild fruit that I think it's sometimes hard to pick up in a whiskey.
Yep.
What is this?
Wow, TV ratings just went down.
He's gonna show up at the end of the
He must
night.
have some
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's. If it's a day that ends in Y, he's had some drinks.
Go grab a glass. Go grab a glass.
All right, we've been banned once already, okay?
He doesn't have a microphone, so it's
Okay.
we're all right.
All right.
Just be sure and stay away.
Back to 135 proof. So,
This one's only 108.
see, I'm meant to say 135, 135th anniversary. So,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, he's throwing me off. But you
No.
know what? For 108, this drinks with a higher alcohol volatility, but not in a bad way. Just like 108 is there and enjoyable, not like because we drop proofs.
Yeah,
So I'm saying the 108 is carrying the lineup to me. Let me say that.
So I
It's
like
carrying with the
that.
lineup.
I think, and not to say I can word it better, but
I think the second way around I worded it better.
well, yeah, but say that you would initially on paper in this lineup, you
Right
would
here.
have put this bottle here.
Right.
in this lineup, but going all the way up through a double oaked and through 134 proof whiskey, this whiskey still holds its own.
It's holding its own, yeah.
And is not being drowned out or overwhelmed by the other products that we had on the table.
Sit it right there.
Give me the glass. It's kicking
So salty.
Nah. It's still live, so
No, it's good.
it's all good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it still, it just shows, and that's probably some of that
Josh is in the house.
25-year-old whiskey coming
Welcome,
through.
welcome.
Wow.
Indeed. But yeah, when you have something like this, it's hard to put it earlier in the lineup just because you're on a complexity level
Yeah.
that is so far and beyond what you get from some of the other productions. The age, folks, this has up to 25-year-old whiskey. There's 16-year-old whiskey, 14-year-old whiskey, 12-year-old whiskey. So you're definitely in that mature, medium to extended maturity whiskeys right
This
here.
is crazy.
Yeah, at 12 years, sometimes those whiskeys can still have a little bit of tension, a little bit of youthfulness, plus some structural notes there that kind of keep it together, keep the wood notes a bit more forward, but has weight. Then you get into 23-year-old, that's all kind of essences and elegance, secondary flavors that you just won't get in the younger whiskey.
It honestly lives up to the expectation.
It does.
And I think it's a hard thing when you talk about a whiskey you've been like actively searching for several years.
Yeah.
And to finally get your hands on, even I've held on to this bottle for 6 or so months waiting on my birthday.
And it holds up to your expectation.
And yeah, like looking at it every day and like waiting to open it. And yeah, it's still living up to that expectation, and this one does.
You know, the last bottle I felt that way about was the Coy Hill. Took me 3 years to get it at a good price. And when I got it, I was like, yo.
It's one of them unicorn bottles for you.
Is this the best bottle in your bar now?
This, yeah.
I can see that.
This is the best bottle on my bar.
I can see that.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that.
I'm happy you bought the bottle for me to try.
Hey, I'm happy I'll drink it with you.
Amen.
In the words of Mike, whiskey is meant to be drank with friends.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Shout out to Mike.
That's crazy.
I love it though. Great bottle. And it's one of those bottles that, like, more power to anyone else who maybe isn't a better tax bracket than me. And this is a bottle you can buy every year when it comes out or something like that. But it also is a bottle that feels like it deserves an occasion. Like, obviously, it deserves to be open, but it deserves an occasion. Whether it's celebrating a promotion, buying a home, a wedding, a child being born, a birthday, an anniversary, but it just deserves an occasion.
Absolutely.
And yeah. So we bought this. Oh, dang. We're not doing it. We bought this at Singlebear. We have a Glencairn from the place I bought this. The bar I bought this at, the Glencairn I brought you from Montana, it's not on the table. That's the place Ellie asked where we got at. And too bad we don't have the Glencairn on the table.
What's the name of the place?
Right.
Single Barrel is the name. What a great name of a bar and liquor store. Single Barrel.
Drank that ragged branch tonight.
What a great name.
But yeah, you got the Ragged Branch. I have a Black Draft.
I got Filibuster.
You got Filibuster. Absolutely.
Ooh, ratings on this. Ratings.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Ratings.
I think it starts with you, Matt. Your birthday,
That's
your
great.
occasion bottle.
I'm going 9. If maybe with a second glass, I give it 9 1/4, but I am. No, give it the 9 1/4. I want to give it a 9
There it
1/4.
is. There
Give
it
it a
is.
9.25.
Okay.
I
Okay.
You put it on representative, man.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't mind
Where
him.
is
He's
it?
had a few
Where
drinks.
is it? Okay, I surely did.
It's okay. He's got no. Don't worry about him, Zoe. This is a bottle. There are
Yeah, don't worry about me, so.
3 lotteries I enter every year. The others don't necessarily need to be named. 4 bottles. But debatably, this would be the one I would be most excited to win, and the one I was looking forward to the most. So, kind of like didn't win the lottery, but just happenstance got lucky and got this bottle, and couldn't have drawn up a better time to open it up. So, 9.25. I love it. Shout out Four Roses.
Jeez. Shout out Four Roses.
So, yes, it's not too many of those high scores to give out, but 9.25 sounds about right.
9.25 sounds about right, huh?
It's right there. A night after this, it does not get touched except for another occasion.
Yeah,
Jeez.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
That other occasion might be tomorrow.
Wow. Happy I woke up and opened my eyes.
Exactly.
Hey,
Thank you, Jesus.
Indeed.
Nah, that's drinking good. 9.25 all day.
For sure. Well,
Finish it off
folks,
strong, Burnie.
I'll say this Four Roses 135th anniversary Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 108 proof. The birthday celebration bottle for certain, without a doubt. It gets the highest ratings across the board. It gets even ratings across the board. 9.25.
Oh, dang.
The whole crew
Dang.
of Whiskey Wednesday. Matt, Zoe, and I give it a 9.25. It's absolutely extraordinary.
Banging.
It is worthy of a grand celebration, in which it is a grand celebration today as we celebrate just 24 hours, actually not a full 24 hours,
not even.
like literally a little under 22 hours after the birthday of the man sitting to my right, Mr. Matt Stinnett. Happy birthday. What an occasion to share such an extraordinary whiskey, the Four Roses 135th anniversary. Shout out to them. It's delicious, folks. Y'all got it right.
But an extraordinary lineup. You know?
What an extraordinary lineup.
I
Absolutely.
mean, again, I maybe was making a little joke earlier, but shout out to the man himself, Burnie, for curating this lineup. I think it was sensational. I couldn't have asked for a better lineup for a birthday celebration. So,
Oh, man.
that's funny. I gotta tell you a story another day. But, yeah,
All right.
really appreciative and a sensational lineup. Probably
My absolute
this is
pleasure.
the best birthday lineup I've ever had for whiskey.
Come on,
So,
man. Come on.
appreciate you.
Ah.
And the best crew to be drinking with on your
Absolutely.
birthday. We got Josh and Ty behind the cameras too. Can't see
Indeed.
them. That's probably for the best. So whole squad here.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely
Look at this.
that.
Ah! Look at
Absolutely
that. You
that.
gotta lean in a little more. Come on,
Come
now,
on
Ty.
in,
There you
Josh.
go.
Come
There
on
it
in,
is.
Josh.
Josh. Come on in.
There it
Look at
is.
that. Got the whole squad.
Hey, the crew is here.
They call me Shop Flight Security.
Yup. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Clay. Shout out to Mike. Gosh, maybe one or two others, you know.
Ellie, obviously.
And of course, and the ladies. And the
Gotta
ladies
shout out Ellie.
of the crew.
My
Shout out
amazing
to
wife.
the ladies. And we're gonna end with shout out to Ellie Bell and
Mom and
happy
Pop.
birthday.
For sure.
Shout out to
Appreciate
Mom
Happy
and Pop.
birthday to Maddie Ice.
It-
Welcome back home. I know
And
we
the
told
birthday
him welcome
was
back
here.
home before. But happy birthday to you.
Indeed,
Anniversary.
indeed. Oh yeah, the anniversary of my parents today on this June 25th. Every year we celebrate it. My father has been my angel now in heaven, watching down on us all here in his space, and just so unbelievable. And I'm sure he's smiling ear to ear just to see us activating, you know, just such fellowship and such joy that hopefully you all feel the joy that we experience here in our space. My mother and father would have been married 53 years. So shout out to Ophelia of Ophelia's Flowers. Of course, Ophelia still represents next door at 501, here at 503. Chat's Liquors is still standing strong. My dad's operation, right next to my mom's operation, it would have been their 53rd anniversary today. So shout out to them. And on that note, happy Whiskey Wednesday, everybody. Unless you have something else to say, Zoe.
I got my bottle kicked off the table tonight, but I did bring the cake through for the boy.
Well, let's go.
The cake through.
I didn't know because you wouldn't let me even see it.
Shout out to Miss Ellie Stennett to make sure you had a cake tonight.
I thought she might have been working behind the scenes on that.
She definitely was working behind the scenes. And folks, I went through everything terrible trying to make this cake.
It sounds like it. I'm afraid.
Ran out of supplies. Oven stopped working. I had to travel to somebody's house to bake. I had to
take it out of the box. You gotta come out the box.
I had to do it's tape. You're gonna have to cut it there. Okay, there you go. I had to do everything possible to try to put this together.
I can smell it from here.
I am telling
Dude.
you.
I had to try to put this together.
And I'm gonna like have to take a photo even too. This is
slide it all the way toward that.
insane.
Wow.
She said it has to be Oreos. He loves Oreos.
That is like
Wow.
cookies and cream Oreo. Like that is.
And
This, I ain't never seen nothing like this for a cake before.
So if you all don't know, Lonzo here is baker extraordinaire. Like he has done so many cupcakes, cookies, cakes for my loved ones, my kids, for their birthdays, celebrations. I mean, you when I would show up to school on their birthdays, all the staff would be just excited because they're going to get a little taste of Zoe's expertise.
No, we're not laughing at that. It's behind the scenes. Burnie, keep going.
That was
keep a straight
deserving as
face.
well.
You need almost 30.
And this cake, you can see it here, folks. You can see it here.
Yeah, we get a little
Extraordinary. Yeah, is there some
But do we need to give what's the rundown of this cake? Obviously, like I mean, you had to have put some time and effort into this. This is insane.
It's triple Oreo. I mean, what else can I say?
Triple Oreo cake. Damn. And it's so perfect. So I will tell you, I've had a lot of desserts or things that Zoe has baked or made. But the one I always go back to is he had like an Oreo sugar cookie. And I always am like, that thing was off the chain. That's what you're going back to, of all things on the table.
I was gonna go back to that 4 roses.
Go on, come on, pour that out and go back to it.
All right, Matty Ice, it's your wish.
My wish.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are we gonna keep Josh on camera?
Yeah, Josh.
Oh, God. First slice.
I'm not cutting it.
First slice for you.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, well, let me pull the candle out.
I mean, whatever you mess up is yours. So
Hey,
it don't
everybody.
Lit.
You know, cheers to Matt on his birthday. Zoe did his thing on his cake.
I almost can't even like.
Yeah, you just need to reposition it and just go boom. Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yes, indeed. Like the cookies, Zoe. Tell us about the.
that's what I'm
Tell us
saying.
about
Like,
the cake, Zoe.
I mean, it's
oh man, this cake is.
what I don't know where to start at. I mean,
From the beginning, man. Okay, so you
From
layered
beginning
it.
birth.
from beginning birth. Okay, first I had to hatch the egg to put in the cake. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We
We
gotta go ahead
start
and cut a
birth.
few of them first before you start checking.
Wow.
Cut slices.
Right? I mean,
Because once you remove one, then stuff's gonna start falling. So.
it's
Okay,
not.
so you go cut them. I said,
Oh, there they go. That's right.
Yeah.
No, don't take it out yet.
that's what I said. I don't want to cut it. I was
Just get the
see
slice.
what the.
But that
Okay.
See,
Professional.
now
grind.
we're just on
Start.
some.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready if you are.
oh, okay.
Woo! I'm ready.
So it's
I stay ready.
Homemade
Do
buttercream.
you?
It's a blend of buttercream and cream cheese icing. Oreo,
Cut that light off right there.
French vanilla cake.
French vanilla.
A layer of Oreos sprinkled through the middle.
That's what I was about to say. In the middle,
That's a
y'all. I
layer
don't
of
know
Oreos.
if it'll come through on the camera,
Probably
but
come
that
through a
is
little
like
bit better.
crushed Oreos in between the 2 layers of cake,
Absolutely.
which is insane. I'm over here about to be tweaking out. I need to get me a
Oh,
pour of
boy.
whiskey to go with it.
Let's go like
About
go
to. This is
slice
Yeah.
by slice.
I think you're right about that.
Just push it towards the napkin.
Pretty much.
Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Grab the plate. I got it. Oh yeah. Oh, there you got
and
it.
yeah, Mike just pointed
After
out
you
you
get the
are
blueprint.
missing out. Mike's out here saying it looks like he's missing out. Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's why I said let me do it. See? No. You're doing a fine job. I don't even eat the sweets.
Well, you're going to
Somebody else wants something? Hold on.
No, you. Well, I'll give it to Ty. Yeah, sure.
T-Ball, you eating cake?
Yes, sir. I would like
I hope so, Ty. I'd be offended
get
if you
I
wouldn't
need a
enjoy it.
little slither piece here.
Yeah.
You got that's yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I was playing around. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, nothing but the birthday bourbon. 135th for them. More like 25th for him.
28th for me. Not many left. I'm getting old. 28.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Josh started his night with.
Indeed. Folks, this is the man, such a beautiful evening, and you just see how much, and I so appreciate the crew. Zoe,
Yeah.
I mean, to hook this cake up in just grand fashion, as he always does. I mean,
I just need a
some of the
slither.
best
I don't
cakes, cupcakes, and cookies, although I think he gives the cookies to Ellie.
Ellie got some
Yeah,
cookies.
Ellie has the
well.
cookies. Yeah,
Ellie's hands down cookie.
indeed.
But you get lucky because she hates trying to make a cake or anything like that, and she doesn't want to deal with them. So, hey, got you coming through. I mean, this.
If y'all didn't see that,
Honestly, I'm only just mad that they aren't cutting this cake faster so we can get over
yeah,
here
we need to go ahead and
and take a bite.
hey, but
Absolutely. This crumb's just throwing me off.
Yeah,
it's
I
all
know.
good.
My bad on that.
Put it on the.
I mean, absolutely. This, honestly, I'm sure it's going to taste amazing, but the cake looks like it could have come out of a magazine.
And it smelled excellent when the box
As
opened.
soon as it smelled like Oreo.
Whoa!
You,
One of those. No, Zoe. No.
Zo.
Just put it on that plate, so we take it.
Okay.
Or one of the bowls, whatever.
Yeah, good looks.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go.
Shoot, cheers.
Cheers. Zoe, you the
I don't
man.
even.
Ching with the plates.
Okay.
Come on, let's go. Oh my God.
Off the chain. 10
Oh
out of-
my
10
God.
out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
This something else.
He said cake maker though.
Like, it's no disrespect to the cookies, cupcakes, nothing. But this is
Wow.
it. This the one.
Zoe.
They don't do .com no more. They do Instagram.
Folks, the cake is so moist and so fresh
I tell them that.
at the at the same time. The Oreo theme plays through. You get the Oreo flavor without it being overwhelmed. There's a perfect balance. Perfect
This
balance.
thing insane.
This is a real cookies and cream.
Appreciate it.
You don't need ice cream with this. You don't need ice cream with this at all.
I'm saying, let me get in the picture with the cake.
Indeed. Oh, that's Mike.
That's Mike. Mike jumped up here for
Tell
whiskey
him
and
too
cake.
late. Too late.
That's too late.
Mike, stay tuned.
Cover the cake up.
Cover the cake, huh?
Well, I guess
Wow.
we'll save this for next week.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Open that this.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Chats after hours.
Yeah, I'm messing around. Open that tomorrow.
Bro, give us more about cake, man. Give us more about the cake, Mike.
Man, what's
What's up?
going on?
But Zoe, give us more about the cake.
I mean, totally delicious and unhealthy.
How many packs of Oreos did it take to make this cake?
I would say this is close to a whole bottle.
A whole pack of Oreos.
I really don't know.
Like multiple sleeves.
No, like the family
Family
size, maybe
Family?
like, maybe like minus like 6 Oreos, 7.
So you took some of the cream out of the Oreo,
No, out of the cream, out of what?
out of the cookies that are on top.
For what?
Because it just looks
It
like
look
so
like
little.
downsized a little bit.
No, I buy the thin Oreos.
Oh,
Oh, there's a thin
There's
Oreo.
thick regular cookie.
That's
and
what's
thin.
literally on top, I think.
Right. I see the thin Oreo. I thought he maybe like took some of the cream out and then. put it
No,
back
these are thin
together.
Oreos.
These are thin
I
Oreos.
don't like the regular Oreos. Too much cookie. These are more balanced when it comes to the icing and the cookie.
Because you have the icing already, so you don't need the extra.
Not even
icing.
that, just period. If I just eat
and
the
the-
cookies by themselves, I buy
cookie.
all thin Oreos.
Really?
Vanilla thin, lemon thin. I buy thin Oreos.
Okay, so that's the cheat code. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
so your oven broke while you were making it?
Man, no. I put the cake, mixed the cake together, went to turn the oven on, it wouldn't light. So I had to pack up everything and go to somebody else's house to bake it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So do you think that affected the final outcome? This macerated? The cake batter had to macerate a little bit longer?
It could have.
You put a lot of emphasis
could have.
on that word there.
There was longer fermentation time.
Right.
It rested on the leaves.
It was slow distilled. Yeah, it needs cake.
I'm good.
I
came for your
You don't want cake?
Hey, look.
You want whiskey?
birthday.
The cake,
Go get a glass. You know where they are, don't you?
the cake rested on the leaves, as they say in the wine world.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it for you.
Wow. Well,
Bang it.
indeed. Like, you can't buy a cake like this, folks.
Oh, no.
You cannot buy a cake like this.
My job. I'm finna drink some Penelope.
Folks.
There's no gun to y'all. There's no gun to y'all here. There's no gun to y'all here. Trust me. Because I tasted this in the liquor store, and there's no gun to y'all here.
Oh, was that one? Not that one tonight?
Why not?
Because we gotta keep that up, bro.
Man, you was talking about this, weren't we?
We can drink that because we can.
No, you're not drinking none of this.
Oh, really? Like that, huh?
Whoa. Damn.
You want to trade what's in
Hey,
your glass
folks.
for that? Okay. That's what I thought.
Look, I know. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna double back to that.
It's
I'ma
okay.
double back
Just
to
show
that.
when we're tasting. We're gonna have this on very soon, folks. He can say what he wants. We're gonna have it on Whiskey Wednesday very soon. What is that? The
Bye, bro.
was that a
No, I think all you need to know
creme brulee?
is, yeah, have you
Velvet
ever had
creme
creme
brulee?
brulee? That's all you need to know. Creme brulee.
How about with the cake? No.
Oh, from Patsy's.
How about creme brulee with the cake? Mm. Oh,
Is it
this
not?
is a perfect one.
Okay, my bad. I thought that was it.
135th anniversary with Zoe's Oreo.
You like making
Cake.
this kind of like up your sleeve, ain't it?
Oh,
Amazing.
gotcha. I knew it was
A
limited.
little more bolder to steal.
We're gonna go ahead and sign off once again. Happy
Yeah.
birthday
Hey,
to my
much love.
to my guy, M Dog Stinnett. Many more. Much success.
Josh.
Love you,
Appreciate
bro.
you coming through.
Come on, baby.
We love you. We're gonna
Nicole,
continue to
Todd,
celebrate
Mike, Zoe, all y'all. Zoe,
for the remainder of the month
best birthday cake
and
I've ever
beyond. We'll see you in 7 days, folks. If not before, we'll see you tomorrow with
Oh,
Shiwatan.
had. She was on.
Yeah,
Shiwatan.
Shiwatan's gonna be in the house. So check out a live with Shiwatan, rum out of El Salvador. Peace, everybody. Happy birthday,
Thank you.
M Dog.
Peace out, everybody.